Welcome, my sisters and brothers, to the Law of One. Welcome, my sisters and brothers, to the Law of One channel. It is my honor and duty to share with you conscious channeling of LL research. I am Robert. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's begin. I am Hatonn, and I greet you in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. It is a great privilege to speak with you this evening, and we thank you for calling us to your group this evening that we may share our thoughts with you for whatever value they may have to you. We urge you to remember that we are your brothers and sisters and can only give our opinions. We do not have ultimate knowledge, but only more experiences than you can call upon. This we gladly share with you, for it is our way of being of service to the Creator and thereby progressing in our own spiritual evolution. Our native home is the density towards which you now strive, the density of love, compassion, or understanding. It is a density when lies are no longer necessary and masks may be tossed away, for our thoughts are all shared, and we accept and harmonize each other's characteristics and seek together to be of service. Each of you has many impulses to live in just such a way, and we assure you that it will be your native land too when you have finished learning the lessons that you have set for yourself in this density of yours, the density of conscious awareness. Your density, my friends, must learn that consciousness has a certain characteristic which is its original characteristic. Consciousness is not a neutral thing, but rather sprang from a creative force. That creative force we call love. When the seeker decides that it is time to take the spiritual journey in hand and attempt to accelerate the rapidity with which it is pursued, the seeker gazes at its own awareness, his own consciousness. After it has asked the question of identity and said, "Who am I?" and answered, "I am consciousness," the seeker must then turn and ask, "What is consciousness?" It is easy for us in hindsight to tell you that the original thought from which has sprung all consciousness, and which is the nature of consciousness in whatever distortion you may find it, is love. All that you see about you, manifested in whatever form, is made of a direct emanation of love, which is called by your peoples the photon or light. Light, in various rotations, forms itself into all that you see, feel, use, and call by name. All elements and combinations of elements. And yet, my friends, your lessons involve something beyond this simplicity, for you are not simple, but complex, and you have made for yourself an illusion that is not simple, but complex. You have made this for yourself because you have found it helpful in learning the lessons of awareness and consciousness, to pose for yourself the seemingly impossible and insoluble problems in order that you may, through meditation and contemplation and analysis, discover the love that lies in all its simplicity at the heart of every tangle of illusion. The seeker must gaze at all that passes before her eyes with a determination to see, that is, perceive what she is looking at in the light of creative love, and so move from complexity back to simplicity, breaking the illusion and entering the density that is to come. My friends, this all sounds as if we were recommending that you do very grand things. Perhaps meditate a great deal or do something dramatic to bring mankind together. There are those who have planned to do something dramatic within an incarnation, but most entities within any density are working for the most part upon themselves. And so, what you are working with is the little things. Therefore, forget your impressions of spirituality, for you will work best upon your spirituality by paying close attention to the very small things of daily life. We ask each of you to look at what you have done this day, at each word that you have said to another, at each gesture and smile and frown that you have shared with another consciousness. What intentions had you for service this day? Service to others, service to self, service to the Creator. How much of today was spent in fulfilling neutral needs without inspecting them for the joy that lies within the humblest task? You see, my friends, the one who irons a shirt, praising it as part of the creation of the Father, dwells in the kingdom of the original thought of love. And that kingdom is within him, her, at that very moment that she welds the humble iron. The cook who praises the broth and smiles at the soapy dishes has garnered far more riches than good food and clean kitchen. For the consciousness of joy and peace has come into the domicile and softened the neutrality of everyday things. What little angers have you had today that pulled you away from consciousness into unconscious negativity? How much of this day did you lose? How much of this day did you fail to function because of confusion, anxiety, worry, irritation, or distraction? My friends, we realize that the questions that we ask cannot well be answered by any entity, for concentration fails. The best of intentions do not endure, and one must periodically start again. Yet we assure you that there is no penalty, metaphysically speaking, for the wasted moments. Indeed, each mistake teaches. Each misstep strengthens further steps. And when you must rest, then, at the end of the rest, you simply put your foot on the path again. That path to consciousness of love does not go anywhere. It is always with you. Your perception of it may shift and change, but it is as near to you as your breath. You have only to claim the mind and feel the key turn within the door that opens your heart to that path. For you see, my friends, the path of spirituality is a path which is taken by the heart as well as by the mind, and for the most part, it is a difficulty in feeling universal love that distracts the attention from the path. We do suggest that you attempt to spend some minutes of your time each day in meditation. No matter what else you may do during the day, the silent meditation is the most efficient tool for seating within you the awareness of the love of the Creator. When you dwell within that consciousness, you are no longer working under your own power, a power which fails much like batteries fail and which must be replaced by your sleeping periods. No, meditation is much like finding the electrical cord for constant power. It may flow through you then, and not from you, and you will be far more radiant and able to dwell in the consciousness of the love and the light of the one infinite Creator. When you have focused for enough days and weeks and months on the little things, you will look back and you will observe that the larger things, even the greater things, have taken care of themselves. For when you develop the discipline of faithfulness, the scale of that to which you are faithful does not matter, and you will find the larger things as easy as the small and as free from worry. We encourage each of you in your spiritual journeys and would be very happy to spend meditative time with you at your mental request if you so desire. We find this instrument is unusually fatigued this evening, and so we shall cut this message short. Reluctantly, but with thanks that we were able to use this instrument, we are those of Hatonn. We leave you in all that there is, the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Adone, my friends, Adone Vasu Baragas.